Your team destroyed the turret. You have slain an enemy.
Hey guys, it seems like Moonton has been buffing Alpha in every other update, and as a result, he's now a very strong fighter. His passive true damage is actually insane. But before we continue, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Less than 4% of the viewers are actually subscribed. Winky face. As you saw from the intro, it seems like many players still don't know about how strong Alpha is at the moment. So in the previous match, I wanted to play Alpha as the jungler, but we got a very stubborn Hayabusa player. Even though we won the game and I got the MVP, I felt that it wasn't a very satisfying gameplay to use as a content, which is why I decided to queue up again and use Alpha one more time. Bloodlust Axe works extremely well with Alpha because his passive damage is true damage, and true damage is considered spell, so Spellvent still benefits from it. You can either use the Fighter Emblem or the Assassin Emblem. I personally like using the Fighter Emblem when facing hero with a lot of sustain, and the Assassin Emblem when the enemies are a bit more squishy.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
In this one, our Sylvana is playing the role of the tank, but Cho and Ceylon are going to fight for the experience lane.
All troops deployed.
Absolutely interesting. One of the reasons why Alpha as a jungler is pretty solid is because he can clear the jungle extremely fast. Just look at this. Godly Aldous managed to solo kill both Cho and Ceylon.
Launch attack. Slain. Ally has been slain. Ult is ready.
Here, I'm going to make a very epic play. I'm going to wait until they are both aligned and will ult them both together at the same time.
Mountain Mars.
Well, I didn't know Tigra's second skill could do that. Fascinating. Now this is looking quite interesting. Alpha can kill the turtle and the lord extremely fast as well.
Ult is not ready. Ult is not ready.
The enemies were totally dominating our side lanes. If this continue, we probably will end up losing. Because they also have some very nasty late game heroes, such as Aldous, Leslie and Farsa. Look how much HP Farsa has left, but the true damage from Alpha's passive is going to do the rest. Alpha is officially the best support in this game. I remembered that Leslie was in charge of the top lane, so I thought there was a high chance she would come back to defend the lane. Although we are doing quite decently, there's one problem. Our choice no split pushing the top lane. I can see Tigreal on the map, but he doesn't pose any threat to me. But then I saw Leslie, so I had to kill her first. By the way, while this was happening, Ceylon was busy taking the red buff, but since he's not the jungler, he lost so much HP, so Aldous can easily kill him now. Here, I'm going to make another epic play. I'm going to predict where Guinevere is going to dash to. I guess Leslie might become a subscriber after this game. Smiley face.
Initiate retreat. Ally has slain Lord.
Angel already used her ult on Sylvana, but I thought I could get a fast kill on Leslie and then retreat right away. To be honest, the only one I could rely on this team was Angela. I could tell she was a decent player by looking at her movement. So it was very important that she and I make the right in-game decisions.
Wherever I go, they follows.
Initiate retreat.
Even though it kind of felt like it was a 3v5, I still felt quite confident we will somehow manage to pull this one off. I thought that if my teammates can make silly mistakes, the same all applies to the enemy. Ceylon with Feather of Heaven. I didn't know that Ceylon also became a mage fighter like Bane.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Enemy has been slain.
Gonna use the ult to get closer to the target. I thought that Tigreal could be hiding in the bush, but I wasn't really sure.
Bingo!
Initiate retreat.
Since Angela used her ult on Cho, it wasn't a good idea to start a team fight. Even if they take the Lord, we gotta wait until Angela gets her ult back.
Ult is not ready. Our turret is under attack. Ult is not ready. Launch attack.
In the meantime, if we can reduce their number before they can push with the Lord, we might still be able to defend the base very easily.
Sometimes I think about
I'm going to wait until Farsa is reborn before ulting them together.
Our base is under attack. Turret slain. An ally has been. You have slain an enemy.
Even though they got the Lord, there's not much they can do when there are fewer than us.
Initiate retreat.
sometimes I think about girls. Why must people hurt each other?
まだ私の本当の名前。待ってよ。まだ。私たちに任せて。
To upgrade the system.
人間はなぜ殺し合うのか。
刃を
one step ahead.
Even though I stun him, I need to get out the turret range before continuing my attacks.
Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack.
Time to upgrade this.
I thought that if we don't end the game right now, the game will drag for another 10 minutes, and their composition will just completely destroy us. It is now or never.
Team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
Ceylon probably wanted to enjoy this game a little bit more. Understandable. In my humble opinion, I think Alpha is a very solid pick at the moment. His passive really hurts and he can sustain so much. It doesn't matter if he is the jungler or a side laner, either way he can perform pretty well. And I was glad we had a reliable Angela player, and Sylvana made 2 really good plays in the late game. Without them, the game would have been a completely different story. Also, it seemed like Leslie was quite shocked by Alpha's damage.